Welcome to Knewton Alta General Chemistry. What we're looking at today is a demo learning objective for principles of general chemistry, but the functionality and the features we see will also be in your intro chemistry, general chemistry, atoms first, and GOB courses. Let's get started from the start screen here and talk about review instruction. Review instruction is always made available for students when they begin their assignment. However, we know that students don't really read the whole chapter beforehand, perhaps for a variety of different reasons, but it's always made available here before they begin their instruction. You'll notice that the target learning objective I'm working on right now is also labeled for me right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and click start. I'm not going to review that instruction. This is where the first critical challenge instructors face is addressed: varying student starting points. From this point on, Knewton Alta will evolve a mastery-based learning path for me based on my proficiency that I'm showing. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to click on the correct answer. At this point, remind the instructor that we're moving now into a deeper learning experience that goes beyond memorization and mimicry. I did a good job on my first question, but that doesn't mean I understand the full learning objective. It means I understand one part. So now I'm going to move on to my next question, and in this case, I'm going to get it incorrect. So what Alta is recognizing is that you understood one part of the learning objective, but the next question you received, which was related to the learning objective, but not derivative of the previous question, is causing you a little bit of trouble. Full answer feedback on correct and incorrect answers is extremely important for students in that deep learning process. Here I can see the full answer explanation for this question, and I can challenge my misconceptions in the moment. Maybe I made a simple miscalculation, maybe I thought about something a different way. I now have evidence here to help me challenge those misconceptions. Now, as I continue to move through Knewton Alta, I do want to point out, as you're demoing to instructors, that on free response questions, we do provide two opportunities for students. This allows students to understand if they made a simple miscalculation and have another opportunity. If the student continues to demonstrate a gap in their understanding, we serve up that just-in-time instruction at point of reference for them when they need it the most in order for them to get back on track in their target learning objective. In this case, it's a video on percent yield. The students would watch this video in line and then answer a question directly related to that video, and in this case also includes the periodic table. What's going to happen is, if I get this wrong though, we're now going to be launched into something a little bit more deeper. So now's a good time for refresher remediation. So Knewton Alta is going to help me take a little bit of a hop back, and now we're going to engage with some pre-remedial content that's tied to the current learning objective, as we can see on this racetrack up here. But it's going to allow me to take a few hops back and understand content that I've probably already seen before. I've probably seen it in a previous high school experience or a previous course. So it should make sense to me, and I'll be able to get right back on track into my target learning objective very quickly. Again, there are a variety of questions students are being exposed to here. This is critical for deep learning. Now I'm back into my target learning objective. As we can see right here, I'm out of the refresher and back into my current objective. Great job for me. But one of the most critical things in chemistry is understanding math. And math boosters are a critical component in Knewton Alta. This is a huge challenge for instructors. Chemistry instructors are very concerned with varying math skills, and they do spend a lot of time bridging these gaps. So math boosters help them get their students back on track. It's in the student's best interest to engage with these math boosters, but we do provide an exit out opportunity for students. But what's being recognized here by Alta is that you're having some issues outside of chemistry in a cross-discipline area, which in this case is math. And we need to work on converting between percent, decimals, and fractions in order to get you back on track in your target learning objective and make sure you're moving through it in an efficient way. And it's also very important that instructors have access to this information, transparency into how their students are doing. One, for the obvious, to make sure that they're doing the work, but two, to also be empathetic to any struggle areas or knowledge gaps or general trends that an individual student or as a class as a whole is facing. So you can see here in our demo instructor analytics dashboard that we have a full breakdown of average mastery by learning objectives. And if we click into one specifically, we'll be able to target students who are struggling, in this case on learning objective 2.1. We can drill into Michael specifically here and see that he is spending 31 minutes on this activity. He has an average mastery of 14. But now I want to get granular and understand where those struggles are actually happening. And I can see the specific questions along with the remediation that Michael did receive. This is, of course, available on both the granular student level, but also the macro course level. So instructors can identify trends and either pivot their lectures or one-on-one office hours with those students as appropriate. Knewton Alta gives you a powerhouse adaptive courseware system to win right now in chemistry, combined with just-in-time instruction, prerequisite refreshers, and math boosters. Students work through a truly adaptive learning journey that gives them 1. A personal tutor, 2. A confidence and engagement boost, 3. A deep diagnosis of their individual knowledge gaps, 4. An opportunity to challenge their misconceptions in the moment as opposed to after the fact, and finally, a variety of question types layered around the target learning objective to create a deep learning experience. So go get them with Knewton Alta and let us know how marketing can help you.